The New York State Education Commissioner has a message this morning for teachers and parents who don't want the Common Core to be in schools. We'll tell you what he said. A number of household brands are expected to disappear in 2014. We'll tell you which ones make that list. And get ready, severe winter weather is expected to hit the Twin Tiers this morning and has already made an impact in the Midwest. More on that coming up.
Good morning, Twin Tiers. This is WENY News.
Good morning, Twin Tiers. We're tracking winter weather throughout our area. We have winter storm warnings in the pink shaded counties and winter weather advisories in the brown shaded counties. They go throughout the day today and into the early portions of tomorrow. This system stretches not only just in our region, but all the way back into the Midwest where wind chill advisories are in effect. The winter weather advisories through the Ohio Valley, the winter storm warnings in our region, and then even some blizzard warnings as you get out towards the Cape and Long Island. The snow began last night and is going to pick up in intensity throughout the day today. We're going to see about 2 to 4 inches throughout the day, and then going into the evening we'll pick up a few more inches, and by the time it's all said and done tomorrow we could be talking about 7 inches of snow on the ground. Your wake-up weather throughout the day, we're going to snow is likely, and we're going to hit our 5-degree guarantee of 19 right around 8 a.m. We're going to cool it right back down throughout the day.
Already seeing, thanks a lot, Ryan. Already seeing,
thanks, Ryan.
Thank you for joining us, everybody. Things are whirlwind here this morning. Kelly and I are taking phone calls.
Yes.
People are canceling schools in Pennsylvania. Yeah. Most schools, if you can't see it on the bottom of the screen, we have it on our website. But
exactly.
A lot of stuff to worry about.
Yeah, the phones keep ringing off the hook. I know coming in this morning, the roads were slippery. My car had the notification that came up and said, watch the roads. Yeah. So just be careful out there. We heard the snow plows going by. But yeah, stay tuned. We'll bring you any of the latest updates we get in for sure.
We're just trying to keep on top of it, that's all. But we're going to move on to news right now. And like Ryan was just talking about, this winter storm is going to be a big one here in the Twin Tiers. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo sent out a press release about staying safe and what to expect from the state. Cuomo is activating the State Emergency Operations Center this morning at 10 a.m. The governor is also saying major highways may close, including the Thruway, Interstate 84, Interstate 684, the Long Island Expressway as well. Remember, never follow a snowplow too closely or attempt to pass one. Also, don't let those pipes freeze. Keep the thermostat set at 55 degrees or above and let faucets drip a little bit as well. And a winter storm warning is in effect here in central New York from this morning until about Friday at 10 a.m.
The northern tier is also bracing for the storm. Downstate, the storm could dump up to 10 inches of snow in the Pocono Mountains and several inches elsewhere. The National Weather Service has posted a winter storm warning for northeastern Pennsylvania. They expect the snowfall will be the heaviest Thursday afternoon and evening before tapering off Friday morning. Forecasters say strong northerly winds will force temperatures into the single digits.
And the monster winter storm that's battering or on its way and just hit the Midwest is taking aim at us here in the Northeast this morning. More than 70 million people are in its path preparing for the blizzard-like conditions. Now, this huge storm has been moving across much of the country. In Minneapolis, temperatures dropped to around 0 degrees. Fire crews struggled to deal with a massive blaze following an explosion at an apartment complex, mainly because the water used to fight the flames quickly turned to ice. You could see it there in the extreme conditions. Incredible footage. Nearly a foot of snow has already fallen in Chicago, with more expected today.
Well, it's about to be lights out for light bulbs, as most of us know them.
Well, the first of the year, yesterday, marked the end of an era which comes for incandescent light bulbs. The phase-out started a few years ago and now extends to more popular wattages. WENY's Candace Cole has the story for us this morning.
It's a new year, and the first order of business, getting rid of those 40 and 60-watt incandescent light bulbs. They're being phased out due to a provision in the energy efficiency law signed by former President George W. Bush. The alternative, Home Depot in Ithaca has 3 to choose from.
We have compact fluorescents. We also have what's called an Eco Vantage, which is very similar to an incandescent, but it's basically an energy savings light bulb, but it puts out the equivalent wattage. And then we have the LEDs.
So just how much energy is being saved in comparison to a traditional 60-watt bulb?
The equivalent of that in a compact fluorescent, I believe, uses around 13 watts. And then if you go to an LED, they only use about 9.
Also, the new energy-efficient bulbs can last up to 20 times longer than your traditional light bulb, offering a little more bang for your buck.
A regular incandescent also lasted, based on usage, about 1 to 2 years was the lifespan of that bulb. In a compact fluorescent, it's about 7 to 9 years. And then in an LED, you're looking at 20 to 22 years.
The downside is the new light bulbs will cost you just a little bit more than your regular bulbs, but only having to purchase them about once a decade or more could prove a huge savings in the long run.
And just so you know, you'll still be able to use all of your regular appliances as well.
We have an update to the standoff in Elmira that left a neighborhood on edge yesterday. According to the Elmira Police Department, 32-year-old Paul Turner was taken into custody after the standoff at 327 East Center Street. Police responded to the home around 9:45 a.m. Wednesday for a disturbance between Turner and a woman. After police arrived, Turner barricaded himself and made threats to the police, saying he was armed. SWAT teams tried to negotiate with him after surrounding the home and launched tear gas canisters to get him out. Turner has been charged with attempted assault, menacing, and criminal obstruction of breathing.
A Tioga County, Pennsylvania man is in jail this morning charged with rape after allegedly breaking into a woman's home on New Year's Eve. He held a knife to the woman's throat while allegedly committing the crime. Police say William White from Westfield, Pennsylvania, went to the woman's home in Potter County on Tuesday and raped her. They also say he put a utility knife to her throat. White allegedly told the victim he would kill her if she told police. He's charged with rape, terroristic threats, and 3 kinds of assault. He's in Potter County Jail on $75,000 bail.
And taxes on gasoline and diesel in Pennsylvania are higher this morning. It's the first of 3 increases that will happen over the next 3 years. At this time, they're going up by 9.5 cents per gallon, while diesel taxes are going up by almost 13 cents a gallon. The tax revenue is supposed to stem a rising backlog of needed repairs or modernization for bridges, highways, and mass transit facilities, while many fuel distributors and gas station owners say they'll pass along the higher cost. Gas prices are expected to decline on average in 2014.
And the New York State Education Commissioner is not backing down when it comes to the statewide implementation of Common Core standards. He says the rigorous standards will better prepare students for college and careers. In a letter to the school superintendents and principals of the State Education Commissioner John King says misinformation seems to be a problem across the state. He says the state has taken steps to ease the burden of new testing on students and teachers, but on the other hand, a spokesman from the New York State United Teachers Union says Commissioner's letter is another indication that the state isn't listening to the public's objections. The State Board of Regents recommends an increase in state education funding next year.
All right, let's take a look at some of the stories you'll be reading in today's Star Gazette. More on the people killed in the New Year's Eve car accident in Newfield. National recognition is growing for our area's wineries, and the new big name is coming to the region. Find out who it is. The state education chief defends Common Core and blasts misinformation. Find out what else they had to say in the Star Gazette. And when you read it, make sure to look out for Ryan's 5-degree guarantee.
Moving right along here, 6:08 here on your Thursday morning. People came out to start the new year on the right foot. You'll see why after the break.
And meteorologist Ryan Bells has your first morning weather right after the break. You're watching WENY News.